say. Don't know what to do, don't know what to even say. Don't know what to do. Everybody looking at me like I really got a clue. Everybody looking at me like I really got a. Don't know what to do. Oh, she flew away from you. Oh, April Fools. I found another boo. Everybody looking at me. Give me some shoes. I'm walking around the whole place like, dude, look at this. Oh shit, I'm walking around the whole place like poo. Like winning the poo if you think. His dog. Oh, he got a sidekick. He really hits him. This nigga, fuck. Really better hit this nigga with a high kick. Buddy laughing. Oh, give me a right. Wait. Why the hell the. Damn, we really putting niggas down. Don't even know what to say. Man got tiny little baby hands. Ooh. Please don't search up. Isn't that crazy thought that one day in the future he might be watching this? So Tucker, 10 years down the road, when you're 9.5 years old and watching this, what do you want them to know? How was cool at something? Even be. I was cool at some point, but in life, Kurt is not in. Damn, bro. Nigga really got sent into the afterlife. Why didn't you want to sign the 8-ounce gloves? Aiden, why didn't you want to sign the 8-ounce gloves and go 5 rounds? Because I'm down to, but why don't you want to go do that, Oblivion? If I would get paid more, I would do that. I would definitely do that, but you know, it's about money. It's about money. It's not about the fight. It's about money. Why do you want to fight money, bro? This man literally covered himself with chocolate, bro. Spot the mistake. He's hitting it from the back. I don't even know. Pause. That's kind of gay. Why the fuck did I just say that? Bro, giving the Edgar cut. The hell? Skinball fade away. Don't know what to say. Kenny just broke up. Wait, so Raw Milk. Now you. Anyways, yeah, it's here. What the hell am I stalling? Oh, the hell am I trying to watch today though? Don't know what to say. He's going to well. Look at this nigga really torturing himself with Play-Doh. Oh, why the hell is that actually bars? Oh, I was looking at his girl getting taken. I don't even know what to say. I'm breaking. Oh, she waving. Yeah, shavings. Don't know what to even say. What to do. Take him away. Oh, what the fuck am I even trying to say? Oh, oh. Yo, man, the streamer really tortured himself for real bucks. Nigga really thought this shit was V-Bucks. Ooh. That was sad. Why did I go back? I'm trying to see the video.
Spin your passion.
I can probably find it. Let me actually see if I found it. Yeah, I can probably find it. Why did it lag? Bro, frames, bro. Why is it lagging? Here, I think I'll go back. It's just freezing for no reason. about to say, is that EDP? Oh no, that was Sneeko. Oh, he moved out. He went out with what's it called? CeCe Kane. Everybody knows that really need a ring. Don't know what I'm even saying. Pain or whatever. Uh, streamer tortures himself for V-Bucks. Ooh, think I found the whole video. Oh my lord, yo, what the fuck? Yo. Am I even supposed to even show this?
Thought I was gonna stream Rocket.
You realize this,
That one.
this shit is fucking painful. You're basically tied up. Okay, so like basically how it works is you're tied up in. I think yeah, you're tied up. You can then they after they put water in the bucket. Depending on you can do it like several ways. Put water in the bucket. Basically poke a very tiny hole so only drops happen, and you basically try to fall asleep every single time you try falling. It just keeps the drop just keeps falling on your head, and you realize in life once water gets on your skin when you're sleeping, you can eventually wake up. Cause I don't know why the hell that happens. It just basically makes you want to wake up. It wakes you up. Try when they splash water on your face and stuff. You feel it, and yeah. Let's watch it.
Went up my nose a little bit.
Bro, he cannot. This is crazy, bro. This is literally crazy. This is crazy, bro.
This is.
He cannot sleep, and every single time that drops on his head, that shit hurts. It's literally tiny bit. Literally hurts, bro.
Thought I was gonna stream Rocket League. It's kind of like it. You're not gonna kill me. I just breathed it in a little. It's fine. Just a little cold, dude. That's it.
Shit,
Is the
that
that one went up my nose a little bit.
Why'd they add more water drops into it? Oh, never mind.
This is thought I was gonna stream.
Is this even? I'm not even.
Just a little cold, dude. That's it. Is the that one went up my nose a little bit.
Bro, he's not supposed to
This is
shit, bro. Why the hell why the hell did he even do this, bro? Is he bad for business? You could easily, I wouldn't say die, you probably could. Crazy. Yeah, but like still, that shit can probably kill him. Not really, no. I don't think. It's not waterboarding. If you do it for long enough, yeah, it could kill you. I remember hearing that as it's basically like a way they used to be torturing people back in the days. I thought I thought this was some British nigga just the way it sounded. Okay, let me restart it.
fine. Just a little cold, dude. That's it.
That right there is an ancient Chinese torture method. It has a very special name, but if I try to say that name, I'm gonna get canceled for being called a racist. But what I like to call it is the golden shower, but not with pee, but with water. Now, begging has gone digital. My time, they used to, just fake an arm. Did I just fucking rip my shirt? I swear to God, back in the day when I was coming back from school, there was always a guy with, hiding his hand. He was like, money, I can't work because of this goddamn thing. Support me.
They act like they don't have a hand. Like, that's dumb. Like, niggas can easily just see, they can literally just see the hand.
By donating, I'll take anything. And whoever gave him some money, he would just go, no, I'm not gonna. Fuck, bro! What the fuck is that? Excuse my clumsiness. My point is they're getting way too creative out there. We got people even sitting with their medical bill and they're, crying in front of the camera asking for money. We got people men in full hijab, just the eyes showing, sitting and begging for money. We even got people on TikTok, guys, we need to win this challenge because our reputation is on the line. If you do not donate to support me win this TikTok battle that we're having right now, people will die, and it is up to you to save all of us. So swipe that credit card, facecam that Apple Pay. But only a few go to the extent to torture themselves, and this one over here use the golden shower but not a pee but water method as well. I need a shorter name for that.
That one went up my nose a little bit. This is thought I was gonna stream Rocket League. It's kind of like it.
Just a normal day for this Twitch streamer. He was gonna stream Rocket League, but he was feeling a little bit tortury that day, so he decided to torture himself. The fucking I forgot English.
You're not gonna kill me. I just breathed it in a little. It's fine. Just a little cold, dude. That's it.
Now, as you can see, the drops remaining. The more you donate, the more it's going to add to the drops. Gifted subs is going to be a mega drop. You know what will be even more fun to ask for money by torturing yourself? Like, put a towel on your head and just fucking chug a big pile of water on yourself.
Yeah,
I think that'll be...
That's waterboarding, bro. You drown. You literally drown. Literally.
Much more interesting than, having a... cold water drops on your forehead. Now, you might say, Kush, this is not torture. Well, it is. It's an ancient one. Like I said, it has a very unique Chinese name for it. It's a century-old interrogation method. The Chinese water torture was actually invented far from Asia and eventually evolved into crueler forms of punishment. This is a photo that was taken in 1200 AD. Now, we have all types of different tortures. We got the face masks back in the day, where you used to, lock yourself. Like the Three Musketeers movie. Sorry, the Iron Mask movie. We have whips. We have people, coming close with nasty armpits next to your face, staying there until you tell them the truth. We got people picking out toenails. We have all sorts of different tortures. You might think a cold drop on your forehead for hours and hours is not going to do much to you. Well, this is where you're wrong because history says different. You don't believe me? I'm going to show you. You're going to look so stupid after I do it and you see the results. They use this for torturing method. Spies, they catch them. Come here, you donkey! Tell me the truth. How many troops do you have on the other side? I will never speak. I will die before I speak. And then, they put him down. They robe him up and bloop, 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 just cold water on his forehead. And just after a few hours, he's going to tell the truth. You're going to break no matter how tough you are. I'm not going to say it. I'm never going to say it. This will not break me.
But if you do it for hours, bro, that's gonna fuck you up mentally. You're gonna be seeing things when you're not gonna be able to sleep. That's one. That'll fuck up your mental health. Not really. Yeah, it would. It's gonna be fucking torture for your brain. Literally, torture. Damn mute, what the fuck?
I'm never going to say it. This will not break me. My name is Kush. I'm single. I'm 6'4" and I have an 11.5-inch Kukuma dragon. I didn't expect that to work. Just forget whatever I said to you. Who knew, huh? Who knew the truth will actually come out? But anyways, back to this streamer over here. After passing his 16-hour mark on doing this challenge, after he banked up on this whole stream. People obviously love to see you get tortured. Why not? That's something new. That's not something that happens every single day. He got up like nothing happened and was like, yo, that was fun, chat.
How is it not draining, dude?
Now, he wasn't that committed, even though he was there for like 16 hours. He has a fucking blanket. And the reason why you would think, oh, gosh, well, he said that was fun. He just got up like nothing ever happened. Well, this method doesn't work. This is where you're wrong. The way for this method to work is you kind of have chats speaking with you or you reading the chat. Chat, you enjoyed the stream? We having fun, chat? No, you need to be alone in your own thoughts in a dark room and just bloop, 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 bloop. That's the way it works. And protecting your eyes from the water is also a way to make this whole thing extremely easier. But the way it works is you need to be alone with your own thoughts. That's the way they torture. I mean, still respect the hustle for 16 hours. It's not something easy to do. Lay down for 16 hours. You would want to move, like, so bad. But there've been people who've been staying awake for like a week. We got people, standing still for like 24 hours.
What's the point of that, bro? Doesn't that like mess up your legs? Because you need time to rest. They rest after
hours. We have all these type of challenges. This is by far one of the easy ones. Was the bag worth it? I have no idea how much you got.
I don't know how much 50 gifted subs is, but probably a lot.
How much someone donated.
That is probably a lot.
I honestly don't think anything is worth it to be tortured on stream for the sake of entertainment. Now, there's a difference between a video of you being tortured and a live stream of you being tortured. The difference is awkwardness and embarrassment, I would say. Imagine you're live streaming and you're torturing yourself and you make like $1.50 from like 16 hours of torture. That's sad. But if you torture yourself in a YouTube video, yes, you are doing it for money. It's slightly for entertainment as well, but the upside is you don't have to get awkward and silent for 16 hours and, yap with your Twitch chat. Guys, send more,
Kind of well, just depends on the person, is that.
Want to see me get tortured more? Send more. I think it's stupid. I think this whole genre of donate so I can get tortured, donate or I will die. Like, if you need money, that.
I don't think people are actually gonna be stupid enough to actually go do it. Maybe it's just like maybe 5 people. That's why you max. That's probably like. I wouldn't say max. That's probably like 10 more people are gonna do it. And that's like the max people. What if you see? What I'm saying is probably wrong. There's probably like thousands of people who are doing it. Torturing themselves just for the views and shit. And the money. Let's look at get your bag no matter what way you get it. It is what it is, big dog. It is what it is. Let's go.
Badly. Just go get a job and do this because you love it. And don't embarrass yourself. Because the more you embarrass yourself, guess what? The more people are not going to donate. Yes, you get this little bit of, change here and there for these type of stunts. But on the
have to keep doing the same content over and over again and not being able to change.
Long term, it is not a good idea. But people nowadays are very lazy.
Yeah, true. I literally, yeah. Like, still, let's appreciate big dog. Ew, that's pause tomorrow. Yo, I just thought about it.
That one went up my nose.
Island boy, try to make you happy. Island boys, ooh, island boys, try to make you happy. Crazy though. Island boys. Oh, man really tortured himself just for no law. What the hell did I just say? I'm looking for snow globe. Don't even know what I want to do. Give me the no. What do I say? Give me the yo-yo, huh? Don't know what to even do. Boom, switch at the hoop. Don't know what to even do. What am I saying? Hoop. That's it. There's literally spoilers. You can watch it.
Introducing the Better Homes and Gardens Furniture Collection from Walmart. Refresh your home this spring for less.
In the Invincible universe, there are many monsters running amok. A man named after the concept of conquest itself. A man bred to be the ultimate warrior of the supreme alien race in all of the cosmos. And even a doomsday.
The reason why he's very strong is because he probably worked out. Wow, the rest just born and did not work out besides just fighting. He probably went on to push-ups and all this shit.
They like being that evolves to match and adapt to whatever can manage to critically injure him. But there's one character who's
99.9% human. The same DNA, but just not 1%.
beings. Spoiler warning ahead, but this is the final emperor of the Viltrumites, Mark Grayson. Throughout the story, we'd see Mark in his young adult years be tested by the universe itself, with many brutal and close battles against the strongest it's had to offer, while being placed in dilemmas that would require every ounce of his mental and emotional capacity, and somehow manage to come out on top each time. After inheriting the mantle of king from his father Nolan Grayson, and doing some cleanup on Earth, Mark would take the Viltrumite race and relocate himself across the galaxy in order to lead it and use their power to bring peace to the entire universe over the course of 500 years. In this video, we'll be going over the
How the hell did they actually, that's 500 years later. My bad.
Earth. Mark would take the Viltrumite race and relocate himself across the galaxy in order to lead it and use their power to bring peace to the entire universe over the course of 500 years. In this video, we'll be going over the character and feats of Mark Grayson in order to try and find out just how strong Mark truly becomes at the end of the story. With that said, any engagement you provide to the channel will really help it out and let me know to continue making content such as this, so anything's appreciated. I'll cut the intro here and get straight into the video. As the half-human, half-Viltrumite son of Nolan the Great and the grandson of Emperor Argol, Invincible was always bound to grow into a combatant who'd become a cut above the rest of the Viltrumite race, as it was believed that their bloodline was so pure that they were above the average Viltrumite. We see this come into play as Mark was able to survive some of the worst beatdowns against some of the most powerful opponents and always come out on top at the age of 17. I find this important to mention because if there was any reason why Mark does come out on top of a lot of his fights, despite being way younger and inexperienced than most of his opponents, it's most likely this, and of course the fact that he does receive some help here and there. This allows me to say, for a race that
If Conquest actually wanted to kill him, he could have easily. What was just playing? What was literally playing? Oh, it's like, oh no, let me play with my prey. That's like a fucking lion playing with or cheetah playing with the gazelle. I see cheetah's fast, and the gazelle somehow manages to run away. Same way.
that seems to get more powerful the more they age, it's extremely impressive that Mark was so young and yet able to throw hands with some of the best. Keep in mind, the 500-year-old Emperor Invincible we see at the end of the story will live to be at least double or even quadruple that age, more than likely becoming even more powerful than he already is. Well, enough of giving background to Mark, let's get into the stats per usual. To begin with his physical strength, Mark is the character we follow throughout the series, so of course he's gonna have a lot of crazy demonstrations of power. Mark has put off some pretty cool feats such as comboing Conquest all the way to space in a few blows, matching Omni-Man in a serious arm wrestle but throwing it because of Anisha showing up and not wanting to embarrass his father in front of his subjects. And this is the same Omni-Man who is slicing and dicing Thrag's children in half with his bare hands. These same children of Thrag's being able to fly through massive imploding alien ships with no damage sustained. That's the same person that Mark is forfeiting arm wrestling matches against out of pity. Most people consider Omni-Man and Conquest to be extremely close in strength,
Conquest stronger.
so I'll reference the moment that Conquest casually broke out of a 400-ton solid steel case that was encasing his entire body and left Earth. Keep in mind, these are all feats I'm mentioning before Eve would give Mark a power boost after healing him from Thrag ripping him in half. After this unquantified power boost, we see that Mark is actually able to match up to Thrag in the final battle. You may say that Mark was a little bit weaker than Thrag here, but Mark holding his own against Thrag is still a massive improvement. You gotta remember how Mark versus Thrag always went before the final battle in the series. Not only this, but every time Mark would fight Robot in that black suit, he would have a very hard time just keeping up. But after his final boost and the battle against Thrag, he's easily able to impale Robot and just goes on about his life. This tells me that the boost Eve provided Mark was pretty big and shoots him all the way up to the second strongest Viltrumite, or maybe even first depending on how you interpret the final battle with him and Thrag. And add the extra 500 years where he's able to fight against Alan and actually win. I genuinely think that Mark has at least top 3 physical strength in the series. I mean, hurting Thrag and Alan is proof enough. We wouldn't even need to do any calculations or anything like that, as hurting those two characters is unheard of. As a Viltrumite, Mark's durability is going to be even more impressive than his already insane strength. First and foremost, Viltrumites' bodies are made out of smart atoms, which allows them to survive extremely harsh conditions for a prolonged period of time. That's how Mark was able to fight in the sun for a bit. But that setting was hot enough to showcase the limits of these smart atoms, as Mark would barely make it out alive. in the sun for a bit, but that setting was hot enough to showcase the limits of these smart atoms, as Mark would barely make it out alive. Aside from smart atoms allowing Mark to withstand all sorts of conditions, he can also no-sell a lot of insanely destructive attacks. For example, this nuke that Mark would tank head-on has been calculated to emit a fireball the size of the moon. We can use America below the fireball to estimate the size of the explosion. Mark would be knocked out by this for a bit, but he just woke up with no visible damage and flew back down to Earth. He would also withstand an explosion that would vaporize an entire city and come out with no visible damage. I mean, even go back to the battle against Thrag. They're both withstanding not only the surface of the sun, but the constant solar flares. Solar flares are stated to erupt at speeds upwards of millions of miles per hour, while boasting the force of 1,000 modern-day nukes bare minimum. That may be an outlier, but it's still in Mark's bag. On top of Mark eating nukes for breakfast, exchanging blows with many of the characters in the cast is noteworthy, as he's taken some serious, and I mean cringe-worthy beatings from aliens who conquer entire planets as easily as they breathe. We can only assume that Mark's ability to take a beating has improved since, by now, he may just be
invincible. He's not invincible.
Now thankfully, Mark has tons and tons of speed feats that place him far above the speed of light. Mark late into the series is able to move across the galaxy.
From idea to submission, empower students to do their best work with Grammarly's comprehensive AI writing assistance.
He's so fast that the stars around him are blurred out. Remember, galaxies are typically the size of many light years. This already places him at above the speed of light. But to only reinforce the speed of Mark, very early into the series we see Alan punch Mark all the way to Earth, and Mark is able to react by flying right back up and slamming Alan into the moon in the span of what seems to be a few seconds. Even in his first fight against Conquest, they were moving so fast that the shockwaves from their speed were tearing people apart. Lastly, Mark was able to fight against Thrag as a young adult, the same Thrag who Space Racer could not keep up with in terms of speed. And this is the same Space Racer who was able to track and follow a Viltrumite through an entire solar system in the span of what seems to be a couple of days at most. There was even a moment where Thrag's twin children were flying toward Mark while he was holding his child, and he moved out of the way so fast that they slammed into each other. I can rave about Mark's speed all day, but you get the point. I personally don't think Mark's speed has increased the same way his strength and durability may have over the span of 500 years, but it's certainly possible. It's just that he's already beyond
Probably moving light speed. Like,
on the speed of light. What more does he need? Now, to briefly cover Mark's intelligence,
because he said like most filter lights travel at that speed. Like it takes them a short period of time to get to Earth from what's it called?
it's kind of hard to get a decent gauge on it, as he's shown some pretty clever strategies to handle his vast array of opponents in the series, and he's made a lot of decisions on the spot that does show me that he's very good at processing information. But he also has this tendency to jump into fights without really assessing the situation or his current opponent, especially if he's frustrated. I would say that Mark is someone who's really intelligent when it comes to battle and can usually find some kind of way to overcome an extremely powerful opponent.
It's low-key better, but like still. He just needs to add more budget to
But he's not really that smart when it comes to decision making, but that's also not what really matters here. We're focusing on his intelligence when he's in a fight, and he's pretty smart when it comes to that.
Oh, you see how he did that? Cause like basically, you need your ears. Basically, they need their ears to basically. I don't fucking know, bro. Something basically. Fuck, I don't know, bro. I forgot it. Something in the ears basically allows them to fly, walk. It's basically the thing that allows them to do all that. And disrupting it basically knocks them out. He did that to him to stun him, because it stuns you. If you hit it hard enough, you probably bleed, and it stuns you also. He did that to that's how the other Mark basically got passed out. Mohawk Mark, that's how he passed out.
Not what really matters here. We're focusing on his intelligence when he's in a fight, and he's pretty smart when it comes to that. Now, to quickly cover any extra abilities that Mark possesses, he has an above average healing factor, but nothing insane. Mark has taken some serious injuries and survived them, yes, but he typically requires a lot of time and medical attention to heal his injuries. Despite this, his healing factor is strong enough to allow him to regenerate from almost anything as long as his organs aren't damaged. Mark also has very strong mental resilience, as he was able to beat out a parasite that was attempting to hijack his brain alone, with Brit giving him the edge over the parasite. Keep in mind, nobody else was able to resist except for him. One last thing about Mark is that he possesses extraordinary willpower. He's able to push through any sort of pain he may face, especially if motivated. Mark also has many weaknesses that tend to be the reason why he has a hard time with a lot of his fights as well. For example, all Viltrumites are extremely weak to a certain frequency that isn't extremely loud or anything crazy. It's just a very specific frequency that messes with the equilibrium of a Viltrumite only. This frequency has been used against Mark many times over, and I think it may still be pretty effective on him even after centuries of growth, but who knows. He was able to fight through it in a much weaker state, so I doubt it, but I thought it was still worth mentioning. Another weakness that he and all Viltrumites have are like humans. If you target their heart, their healing factor will be severely cut and they'll most likely die. Except for that, there's really no notable weaknesses that Mark has. You could say that he still probably holds back a lot, but as strong as he's become by the end of the series, none of these weaknesses make much of a difference. However, I still mention them here because I am not the writer of Invincible. I am not the person who confirms whether or not these weaknesses are still present.
It's actually entertaining. I need to do my homework, bro. But yeah. That's actually crazy. Another PDF file, bro. Perfect Cell versus... Bro, any DBZ character is beating a Viltrumite, bro. Even... No, not the regular... Yeah, your monster would definitely beat one. That's instant transmission thing and shit. Cell is beating. Cell is winning. Yo, okay. Yo, someone actually animated this, bro.
Until today, there were only...
What the hell is happening, bro? Okay, I'm just gonna turn forward. See if that fixes it. Okay, see? Yo, I don't know who animated this, but okay, this is gonna be tough.
two ways to get ahead. You either spend more time or work faster. Now, thanks to AI, there's a third. Most people think getting more done means work.
Perfect Cell versus Conquest.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Right, so is this supposed to be like Thanos with a Shakespeare fetish or something?
He's your next opponent, Cell. His name is Conquest.
You were given orders. You were given time. You were given more budget than most, and yet I find this universe unprepared for proper fan service.
Yeah, skip.
What? But you promised!
Skip, Kermit!
Alright. Next is that one repo guy.
Okay, change my mind. We're going with the creepy old guy.
I am so lonely.
What?
Your pet frog.
Bro, when that speech basically made me think he was about to grape him, bro. About to grape Mark.
He told me everything. He said you were craving a true warrior. Something primal. Something raw. The
Yo, since Frieza fucking what's it called? First Cell can regenerate, so like if he does that, he can instantly regenerate, so he does not have the mental trauma of seeing what happened.
perfect opponent. Every night I dreamed of this. The screaming, the sweat, the subtle resistance. You confuse.
You think fucking Conquest is a gooner? He definitely is. Conquest definitely is a gooner. Probably be out there stroke beating and shit. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so lonely. Ooh, I'm so lonely. Ooh, I'm so lonely. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hey, what am I doing?
Use me, Bugman. And I like that.
What the fuck?
Do you feel it? this violence intimacy. They call me unstable. I think they're just afraid. But me, I don't judge. I show no fear, no hesitation. I wipe civilizations. I wipe entire bloodlines. Hell!
This is planet level, nigga is fucking universe level. If he lived. They're both planet level.
I wipe my own ass, all with my bare hand!
Head's gone. Yeah, see?
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, Kermit! I know, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was, well, like that. The hell do you mean like that? He just tried to raw dog my fucking soul! I did seem passionate. Never again. So...
Yo, see, I literally called it, bro. Every DBZ nigga can easily just wipe out the fucking whatever.
No repo guy. Kermit! Right, reading the room, sorry.
See, this is Loki tough, honestly. Mojo Jojo's winning. Oh, he's basically a perfect cell. Wait, you didn't see his shit. So he just loves fucking perfect cell. Just loves cell. God damn, bro. Loki tough. I'll go to sleep for now. I'll be sick.